Welcome back to Adventures of a Black Belt Sommelier, sponsored by Four Paws Restaurant, the iconic fine dining restaurant in St. Paul, Minnesota, with wonderful food, attentive professional service, and a semi-competent wine steward with really, really excellent wines by the glass and by the bottle. You can see that beautiful wine cellar behind me if you're watching this, and that is available for private parties for between 4 and 6 people. Um, and we do turn the temperature up for the time that you're in the wine cellar so you don't freeze to death. Um, I've said several times recently that sometimes it's really good to be the sommelier. It was again really good to be the sommelier last night. My boss, Bruce Tower, who's an amazing human being, in my opinion, um, we spent some time chatting about kind of just the status quo and the State of the Union, and that went well, thankfully. And then we shared a glass. He wanted to have a glass of wine while we did that. And Bruce doesn't have much interest in wines that aren't extraordinary. So we opened a bottle of 1990 Ridge Montebello. Now, if you asked me to name one California red wine that I would most like to have drunk more of in my life, or most want to drink tonight, or Ridge Montebello would be number one on the list. I was there in September. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. It's way up on top of this mountain with a beautiful view overlooking Silicon Valley, and you can see you know, Oakland in the distance on a clear day. It's just the most beautiful place, and it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And I think the magic of the place comes through in the wine. Um, This is a blend predominantly of Cabernet Sauvignon. If I remember, the bottle said 82% Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Petit Verdot from vintage 35 years ago. It was magnificent, magnificent wine, exactly in its heyday. The tannin is completely resolved. Beautiful, beautiful, lush, caressing, dark fruit. You know, you could tell that the oak was there, but the oak's not doesn't have much of a presence now. The tannins, I said, are completely resolved. This is the reason you have a wine cellar, so that you can store wine for the like this superb, special, sensational wine like this for long enough for it to show everything it's capable of. This wine would have been fabulous 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but it wouldn't have been as fabulous as it was last night. It was memorable. One of the most special California wines I can remember tasting, red, white, or bubbles or rosé that I can remember tasting. It was absolutely gorgeous and perfectly mature at 35 years old. It's interesting. I checked the Wine Advocate what they thought the drinking window of this wine was, and they said to drink it through 2020. Um, I understand that, but I don't think this bottle should have been drunk through 2020. This bottle. Now, I'll tell you, the cork in this bottle was strong like bull. It was very well, this bottle was very well served by really, really excellent cork. And of course, with all wine, it comes down to how good is the cork and how good is the storage. This wine has been stored perfectly, and the cork was really, really excellent. So I don't know. I don't know if you can find 1990 Ridge Montebello in the marketplace. If you do, it ain't gonna be cheap. Um, but man, or if you have some, open one tonight. You'll be really glad. It is an extraordinary, extraordinary wine. Thanks for tuning into Adventures of Black Belt Sommelier. Come by and see me at Four Paws. We have amazing wine. We have amazing wine. We have incredible selection of wines by the glass. We have fabulous wines for $75 a bottle. We have fabulous wines. Like we have Hewitt Vouvray of the 2019 for $75 a bottle. Maybe the best dry Chenin Blanc in the world, $75 a bottle. We have magnums of Bingus for $180. A magnum. We have Lopez Heredia, Vina Tondonia Reserva, 2011 for $100 a bottle. And I could go on and on and on. Come by and see me, you'll be glad. Oh, Bodegas Chakra, Pinot Noir. One of the most incredible Pinot Noirs I've tasted in a long time for $125 a bottle. We have amazing wine. You should take advantage. Come by and see me. Thanks for tuning into Adventures of Black Belt Sommelier.